All right. I really hope that this is working. My guess is I had an update I did this week, and it seems for some reason to have thrown things off a bit. All right, I think I'm on. All right, it looks like I'm on. Holy cow! See, I don't see me on here, so I can't share it to any other pages. But let's see, watch. Hold on here, folks. Aha! I can share it. All right, just give me another minute. I'm having some strange difficulties here. All right. Well, we're just gonna go with it. All right. Let me see the restream chat here. The Angry Pennsylvanian Brian. Angry. I was getting a little worried there, Brian. You, me too. John says, greetings from the frozen state of New England. It is I, Krozak the Grand. All right, all right. Well, let's make this official, folks. Here we go. Hey everybody, this is Brian Hogue. Welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show. This is Saturday, December 19th, so thanks for joining us. I've been having all kinds of trouble here. I I don't know what's going on. I was on here a little bit ago. I didn't realize it because I was getting stuff set up, and I updated the OBS, and lo and behold, I'm on here, just showing me getting ready for the show. But here I am, and there you are, and we are finally, fingers crossed, on here and ready to go. Angela says hello. Hey, Angela, thanks for joining us. Brian says hello again. We're on here with the first. I don't even know how many times I was on here. 2 or 3 times trying to get this started. And Alice says, hi, everyone. Cassandra, hi, Cassandra. Ray says, hey, Ray. So we know YouTube's working because Ray's on YouTube, and as well as the Angry Pennsylvanian. Autumn says, hi, Brian. Hey, Autumn. Thanks for joining us tonight. All right, so look at this. We're finally on. Well, thanks for your patience. And this is our. Alice says, sorry, Brian, about boba. What? John says, who's up for some eggnog? Yeah, send me some, John. Reed says, hello. Hey, Reed, thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, I think we got all the little gremlins out of the system here. All right. So, anyways, we are on. We are officially on. This is the episode before Christmas. It's going to be Christmas. When is that? Friday? Don't say December 25th. All right. It is Friday. Next Friday. All right. So, this is our pre-Christmas episode. So, thus you have the tree and the big jack-o'-lantern hoisted proudly on top of the tree there on Jack's courthouse or courtyard there in front of the castle. And nice little touch. Snow here in the dark domain. So Barb says, what's the movie tonight? All right. It is. Let me show you the schedule. Oh, Alice's Boba Fett died this week. Yeah, that's right. Jeremy Bulloch, the actor who played Boba Fett. He passed away on the what was it, 17th, just a couple days ago. We'll get to that. I actually have that down as one of the topics. Okay, I thought you meant the character. I didn't realize you meant the actor. Okay, yep, that makes sense to me now. All right, so let's throw up the schedule here. 9 p.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Night of the Blood Beast. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. 11:30 Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Killers from Space. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Jim Crut. And he was the helicopter zombie in the original Dawn of the Dead. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Grave of the Vampire. So there you have it. There's tonight's schedule. If you're wondering how to watch it, you can see up there on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. You go to streammedia.tv. That's streammedia.tv. You can watch it online, or you can connect to there's an option. You scroll down the page, on the side of the page there's an option to connect on the Roku channel. So you click connect, get your code, and sign on up. So let's see, Anchor, Pennsylvania. And speaking of eggnog, look up the recipe for I take it it's supposed to be amazingly good eggnog. Do not forego the rum. You can thank me later. Okay. All right. David said eggnog is poured. Drink up. A little switch from the champagne, which is customary there with David and Diana on Saturday night. All right. So there you have it. All right. Well, hey, I wonder if Dale's out there. Did you guys get a chance to watch the watch party on Thursday night? Did you? Any of you? Anybody? And well, we'll be announcing the watch party movie that will be for Thursday, Christmas Eve, December 24th. All right. So Craig says hi. Hey, Craig. Thanks for joining us. All right, so Dale, if you are out there, I'll wait for you. If not, I'll just go ahead and announce the movie that will be on Thursday, December 24th at 8 p.m. on the Facebook Chiller Night group page. So I don't know why that always, I always get a brain freeze there. The Facebook Chiller Night group page. Paul says, forget eggnog. Not for local, call the way. Yeah, you usually partake in other beverages there, don't you, Paul? So, well, there are probably some people who are going to be pretty festive and go with the eggnog. I don't know that I've tried it before. I put a little brandy in there, I guess, to lighten it up a bit. John says, I keep missing it because I don't notice. What's that? Oh, the Thursday night. Yeah. That's a tough one for me to get to as well. So I don't see Dale on here. Maybe I screwed up with the trying to get things started tonight. We were a few minutes late because I couldn't get things to work properly like they were supposed to. Paul says, how are you and your family doing? Good, I hope. Yeah, we're doing really good, Paul. I appreciate you asking. So hope you are as well as all of you out there. Hope everything's going well. This is it. The final stretch before Christmas. All right, the most wonderful time of the year. That's what they say. So, all right. So I don't know if Dale's out there and joining us or not, but I will go ahead and make the announcement. All right, so here we are. Drum roll. We got to do this right. All right, there's nothing to take it lightly, folks. So, all right, here we go. The drum roll is, now this will be the movie for Thursday, December 24th, 8 p.m. on the Facebook Chiller Night group page. Watch party is The Brain. The Brain from 1988. There you go. Mind over matter. So, all right. So here we are. we're actually about right about the time that we do announce that normally, so about a quarter after. So there you have it, The Brain. I hope you get a chance to check it out. Uh, like I said, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a watch party. And if you're members of the Facebook Chiller Night group page, if you're not, request to be a member. We'll let you in. If you are, you guys can have watch parties there too. Any member can. It's just a Thursday, save Thursday night at 8 p.m. Because that's the regular scheduled one that Dale Baltzer he takes charge on that one and has these watch parties every Thursday night, which I very much appreciate. Let's see. The Angry Pennsylvania says, Glam! Hey, Glam! Thanks for joining us. Paul says, the best Christmas movie, Die Hard and Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. John says, question, I got several inches of snow dumped on on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. First big snowstorm of 2020. Question, God. Yeah, I know we sure got it. Northwest Pennsylvania, we got hit pretty good. Let's see. David says The Brain is a very thoughtful movie. Thing. All right, good choice. He says. All right, thank you, David. There we go. So there you go. Maybe I'll mention it again later. All right, so there we go. Now, it had been brought up, the Angry Pennsylvanian brought up about Boba Fett. Yeah, the actor Jeremy Bulloch, the actor who played Boba Fett, passed away on the 17th of this month. He was 75 years old. Jeremy, if you've watched The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the original movies, Jeremy was the actor portraying Boba Fett. And he was also, if you're watching The Empire Strikes Back, is one of the Imperial commanders who has Princess Leia as they're in Bespin. And you see her being walked off to Vader's shuttle. He's actually the command officer. So if you're wondering what he looked like at that time underneath the helmet, that's it. The one where Leia he's walking him to the ship, walking her and Chewbacca, and she's there. Luke, it's a trap. She's trying to warn Luke. Well, that's the officer who is kind of shoving her in the direction of the hallway there. But anyways, yep. Interesting, is it not? That he passed away a few weeks ago. David Prowse, who played Darth Vader in the original trilogy, he passed away as well. So, yeah, they were getting up there in years. 75, oh, that's, but he had some health issues, as well as David Prowse, long-lasting health issues, so. All right. Let's see. Paul says, hey, Glenn, will you marry me? Okay. The Angry Pennsylvania. Me too, Glam. I came into the channel and my heart sank. Okay. Well, Glam, you are obviously very popular there on our YouTube as our YouTube viewer. So, all right. Well, how are you guys doing tonight, by the way? Everybody doing good? Everybody doing well? We've had quite a year, haven't we? We got 2 episodes left, this and the 26th, before the end of 2020. But what a year, huh? Yeah, it's been quite a year. But on this end, and with you guys, we tried to keep it lighthearted as much as we can. We've had, of course, we've had this continuing Chiller Night Live pre-show on the Saturday nights, except in October. And we missed last week, didn't we? I think it was last week. But yeah, we did that. We had 8 of the Friday night, or Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights. Yeah, that's right. The live shows that we did there. So we had a lot of things going on, and I went ahead. We had the haunted house in October. So tried to keep things as normal-ish as we could in 2020. So wow. Strange. Paul says, did you know that there is a new Halloween coming out? No, is there really? What? What are they doing? They doing another Halloween movie? I did not know that. I hadn't heard that. Is it a continuation of the last one, or do they just keep revamping it? I don't know. I had not heard that, though. Anger Pennsylvania says, look forward to the end of 2020. Yeah. Goodbye, 2020, Al says. Yeah. Goodbye. Kick it out the door. Yeah, it's been weird. Strange. But, I try to just look for the positive in it. Hasn't always been easy. I know a lot of people, were hit very hard with that. We were very fortunate, and I hope you and most of you were as well. All of you, I hope. The Anger Pennsylvania says that and a reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street. Gross. Oh yeah, they did that. Are they having another? Are you telling me they're having another one? Because I know some years ago, about 10 years ago or so, they rebooted it with the guy who played Rorschach from The Watchmen. Can't think of the actor's name, but I know he played Freddy Krueger. They did a reboot of Friday the 13th that was very short-lived. I think they only did one movie with that one. Halloween, they rebooted it with Rob Zombie, and then they keep bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back. Like that's gonna that's gonna do it. That's gonna revive the franchise. I don't know why they do that. Honestly, like my opinion is, they went up to part 6. Okay, The Curse of Michael Myers. I enjoy that movie. I think it's a well done movie. I think they should have just kept building on that one. Not to delve too seriously into the franchise of slasher turned supernatural killers franchises, but they were building something there. They had an interesting story. I actually thought that was pretty cool. And then they just, oops, none of that mattered. Now we're going to H2O and bring Jamie Lee Curtis into it. And I don't know why they do that. Paul says there is still with Jamie Lee Curtis. So I wonder what that means. I mean, maybe you guys know. I don't know. I'm just hearing this now, but is she going to be in it again? Like I don't watch it to see Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, I understand that was an actress in the movies, and okay, but to relaunch it, to keep relaunching it, and bringing Jamie Lee Curtis into it as that's the springboard of success. I don't. Yawn. I don't know. it's cool, I guess. I mean, the first time maybe, but I honestly, if they would have just brought her into it like in that first series of movies, I would have been cool with that. But to keep rebooting it, it's like it's lost her. As with any storyline, if that's what you keep doing is keep rebooting it, it loses its significance, don't you think? They've done that in comic books quite a bit, and now no story matters. You can branch off into so many parallel, storylines and parallel universe storylines that nothing matters. You can do anything. So I think they get a little carried away with that stuff, but I guess Paul says, also, Glam did not make me an offer. Ah, she did not. Okay, well, I'll just leave that to you guys. Bonehead has, I guess, no opinion there. There's nothing on there at all except for a little period. Okay, Brad says, it's Children at Pre-Show. Brian Hogue starring Brian Hogue. Now, here's Brian. Yeah, there you are. I know. I was late, so I can't say anything about anybody else being late. Anger Pennsylvania says, hey, Bonehead. Paul says, Jamie is in it. This next 21, she never gets old. Next year, she never gets old. All right. So there they are, bringing her back. Okay. All right. What do you guys think of that? Are you still into that? I mean, I don't know. Um, I I guess I just kind of gave my opinion about a minute or two ago about that. There've been so many reboots that I've just lost my interest. Um, but you know, how serious do you want to take them to? That's another thing. As I'm sitting here, chopping away at some of this stuff, the other, not even in the back of my mind, more like half of my mind is saying it's a it's it's a horror movie, it's a slasher movie, it's a it is what it is. No, don't take it too serious. And Brad says, oh wait, before that, John says, when will they keep bringing Michael back after Halloween 2? He started to become more like Jason Voorhees as an unkillable force that cannot be stopped. Yeah, they did. Yeah, actually, at the very end of the first Halloween, when he got shot by Dr. Loomis, he falls off the balcony out the window or whatever, and he's laying there, and she asks, "Is that the boogeyman or something like that?" He says, "Yeah." Looks over and whoa, he's gone. Well, I think that was the first sign that maybe things weren't all that right with Michael Myers, and maybe there was a little bit more to him. And then by part two, he was now at that point, I'd have to say he's supernatural. Not sure how that happened. I think they kind of explained that in part six, though, a little bit. They started explaining a little bit about that, about what was really going on, and I think that they were prepping this legend, and then all of a sudden after part six, reboot, so. And then with Friday the 13th with Jason, they were going into, you know, Jason's mother's background about how she was really some kind of witch or something, or dabbled in the occult, and I don't know. But somehow he was, brought back to life, like a, big dumb fun, It is what it is. Bonehead says, "Hello, Chiller Night crew, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays." Well, the same to you. The same to you, Bonehead. I appreciate that. Paul says, "Glam, I have been either good nor bad. You decide." Okay. And Bonehead says, "Hello, our sweetheart of Scream, Chiller Night's crew, ghoul friend of our nightmares. Miss Glam Fangs is here." Okay. Glam, I wish I could see your comments here. I really do. I have no idea why that's not happening. Let's see. Paul says Back to the Future Part 4 is coming out. What? Is it really? Now is Michael J. Fox in it? Is he well enough to be in that? I wonder. Christopher Lloyd, getting really up there in years, I know. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? They are bringing back a lot of the older actors to reprise their roles in films. Like I see somebody had mentioned Angry Pennsylvanian. Oh, and a new Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, yeah. Why? As much as I loved Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, how? You tell me how he's going to be able to be Indiana Jones, a believable Indiana Jones. Oh, he's pushing things with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'm all for an older actor, being able to still keep up to certain regards, but Indiana Jones is a highly active, action hero, and Harrison Ford's he's in his 80s. I was all for it when he was still in his mid 60s. Maybe when he got to 70, I was like, can I go with that? I don't know. But now he's like, come on, he's what? He's like 80. Unless they did it in a way, which I kind of hope they do. If he is, maybe he's on something a little light, but you know, he's got to use his intellect a bit, and maybe they go with a flashback. Would that work? You know, and they get another actor. You know, I don't know. Who knows? I can't see that part with another actor, but you know, what do you guys think about that? About him? How old is he? I'm gonna look it up. How old is Harrison Ford? I take it back. He's not 80. I was I was off on that. He was 78. All right. uh, I don't know. But Paul says at least with Jason he was already dead. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So whatever brought that kid back up out of the water to begin with, just of course it's strange that he grew. He kept growing. Even he was a child when he drowned. Now how does that work? Does anybody care to explain that? uh, Bonehead says, "What happened earlier tonight, Brian? Where'd you go? I was texting myself to myself for 5 minutes before I realized you weren't there." I don't know what happened. I'll tell you. Originally, when I was setting stuff up in the queue, I was streaming. I looked over. I'm like, "Oh, I've been on here for like 6 minutes. I'm holding stuff up, just a lighting test, you know, to make sure that you know the lights on and the color is okay." And and I'm like, "Holy cow! I'm on here. I'm live." You know. So I stop that, and I'm trying to reset everything, and I finally got everything reset. All right, so I'm kind of happy. You know, all right, things are gonna work out. I started streaming again, and the title didn't update, so I got the last show that I did, December 5th's title on there. So I don't know. I guess the short answer is I just don't know. I don't know what happened. The only thing I can kind of figure is I did have a an upgrade to OBS this week that I did, and somehow when I opened it up here on the screen, it kicked on to where it was already automatically streaming live, but I don't know. So many weird things going on. It's strange here tonight. Paul says, oh, I already read that. Brad says, tomorrow is WWE Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay preview tomorrow on WWE Network 2020. All right. Hey, enjoy WWE's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs tomorrow night. All right. Well, we hope that's an entertaining show. Yeah, Brad says it will probably be from the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Oh, his son. I don't know. I hope not. I'd have no interest in seeing that. I don't find any interest in that. You know. I would watch it if they went back. Now there was quite a period of time there between you had in the Last Crusade, for example, came out in '89. You have quite a period of time, obviously, between 1989 and 2008 when the other one came out. So there's a lot of little adventures there, or even before Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, maybe a younger Indiana Jones. That one was supposed to take place in 1935, so you could go back and say, oh, okay, he was, maybe a little younger than that. But I'm gonna throw this out there too. They did that with Solo. Remember, they got an actor to play a younger Han Solo that takes place like 10 years before A New Hope. Okay, right? So they get this Alden. I still don't. All right, or something like that. I can't think of his last name, but it didn't work out too well, did it? I mean, I personally thought the movie was entertaining. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. I'm not one of those who sits and trashes that movie. I will The Last Jedi, but that's another story. Back to Solo. I thought it was a fun movie, and I didn't mind it, and I wouldn't mind even seeing more of those if they had an actor who resembled the look of Harrison Ford. I don't think you can totally get away from that and say, oh, we're just going to go with another actor and no one's going to care if he doesn't resemble Harrison Ford. Well, they will, because that they have that character and that actor so integrated, that they're inseparable. That's what made that character that you know. So this idea that you can just get another actor to fill that spot, maybe if the character resembles and gives you that feeling like you're watching Indiana Jones, that younger Harrison Ford. There was an actor who, I can't think of his name, but he would have been perfect for Han Solo, or a young Indiana Jones. The actor looks, gosh, it's a strange. It's not a common name. That's why I can't think of his name. But he did a lot of impersonations, and he was spot on with Harrison Ford. He actually looked like a young Harrison Ford. It would have been perfect. Why Disney didn't hire that guy for the Solo movie, I have no idea. It would have been perfect. And actually, tons of fans were saying, "Get this guy. We want to believe that this is a young Han Solo again." So, um, David says, "The Adventures of Grandpa Jones." Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. I'm missing comments here. Alice is 4 to 78 years old. Yeah. Um, Paul says, "Yes, he is. I saw the trailer on YouTube today. Everyone is in it. Just goes to show that 70s and 80s were the best decade for movies. All they have is reboots. Sad, isn't it?" Yeah, yeah, it is. It kind of is. Um, Although I will say, you know, I've been on here, making some noise about the Mandalorian, and oh my gosh, I will not give spoilers. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody who hasn't had a chance to see it yet. But I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that show yet, especially season two, especially the last 4 episodes. All I can say is, now you know my opinion on The Last Jedi if you've watched this show for the last couple of years. Hated that movie. I think it's stupid. I think the writing is worthless. I really do. I have nothing good to say about that movie, except for they put out a nice trailer. It was very deceptive. They made you think that you were going to see something good. That's my opinion. I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I'm going to straight through and let you know my opinion on it. I was just like millions of other Star Wars fans who hated that movie, and due to this day, I saw it one time in the theater. I won't watch it again. I won't. Um, but I will say this. Okay, that's my that's my little rant. I will say this. I never thought I was going to kind of be brought back in, but I gotta say, with John Filoni John Favreau and Dave Filoni, what they were able to do with the Mandalorian is just it's great. It's fantastic. If you're a Star Wars fan, watch that show. You're gonna feel like a kid again watching the original series. That's how good it was, and Cassandra said, "I enjoyed Solo." I did too. I love, when people say, "Well, we didn't ask to see the early adventures of Han Solo." Well, why not? That was fun stuff. I have some books here, by Brian Daley, the novels, Han Solo at Star's End, Han Solo's Revenge, and Han Solo and Lost Legacy. I thought they were fun. I used to read those as a kid. Right, it was between Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. It was like, give me Star Wars stuff, and but that was fun. I thought that was fun stuff. Um, let's see. Brad says, "Sorry I was late, Brian. I was at my wife's parents' house making cookies." I don't know if I read that already. But well, that's cool. Did you get to did you get to keep some? Did you get to have a lot of cookies there? I hope you did. Christmas cookies, maybe. Um, let's see. Let's see where I'm at here. I might have to skip some of these. Bonehead says, "Well, Brian, I guess the weather is grounding your UFO tonight, huh?" Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah. He's not up there tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Is there too much aerial? Well, this I guess Santa's sled is not out just yet, so I don't know what's going on with that UFO. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. So who knows? Who knows? No UFO sightings tonight, except for if you tune in. A little segue into the schedule at 11:30 p.m. for Killers from Space. I'll throw that back up there again. Well, no, I won't. I'll do this 9 p.m. Night of the Blood Beast. 11 p.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. I already told you about 11:30. 1:30 Chiller Chat. My guest is Jim Kruk, the helicopter zombie from the original Dawn of the Dead. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. Grave of the Vampire. See what I did there? I thought that was pretty clever. So, Cassandra said Friday's episode was fantastic. Oh, yeah. I want to say something here. You've heard me harp about this, and I know that this isn't necessarily it's not even remotely a horror thing. It's all science fiction. I can talk about Star Wars to some extent here. I try not to fill the show with it, but you guys, you're kind of responsible for this. You you encourage it sometimes. Right there. You know who says I can talk about Star Wars? Yeah, Famous Monsters. Yeah, that's right. You know, as long as they're gonna put it on the cover, that means I can talk about it. What was it? Oh, I thought that came out. All right, well, there it is now. All right, so I remember getting those as a kid. But anyways, I don't know what to say. Okay, Friday's episode, all I can say is, I will say this. The last 4 episodes of The Mandalorian were better than the entire sequel trilogy. Okay, actually, even one of those episodes was better than the last 3 movies, and there's no hands down. That's a fact. You know, it really is. You take any one of those episodes, and they just blow those movies out of the water, and that's because you had fans, true fans, who were writing that material. Guess what they didn't do? They didn't kick George Lucas to the curb. They actually included him into their, into what he thought, he thought that the story should go. They did the same thing with Clone Wars and Rebels. You know, they included George Lucas. Who would have thought that was a good idea? That's what the sequel trilogy could have been like. You could have had people cheering in the theater instead of sitting there like, oh my gosh, they just destroyed the franchise. You could have had them cheering, and it wasn't all that hard to do, was it? I mean, even as great as those episodes were, they weren't overly complex plot lines. You know what I mean? You know, it was a very easy thing to keep Star Wars afloat. You know, but yeah, they decided to go with this little artsy mindset. You know, very very. I guess I'm what I'm saying is it's very easy for me to veer off into another rant about that, but instead what I'll do is focus on the positive. It's that time of the year, you know. But watch The Mandalorian if you get a chance. It is just fantastic. Let's see. I gotta jump ahead. John says, "Oh, don't get me started about The Last Jedi." See? So I'm not alone. Brad says, but they fixed it with The Rise of Skywalker. I found that movie to be entertaining. I won't say it wasn't entertaining, but I still couldn't get over what they did in The Last Jedi. You know, but I can't say anything, can I, without giving things away? So I'm just gonna say, recently with what they're doing with The Mandalorian, that has given me enough satisfaction as a Star Wars fan, as a viewer, to sit there and say, okay, I'll never accept it, but I choose to like this, and I'm okay with that. So it allows me to feel like a Star Wars fan again. So David says, do you remember that TV series from the 90s called The Young Indiana Jones Chronicle? That was interesting. Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. It was a little, yeah. I think that if you were a young kid like myself at that time, I don't know about kid, but I was still very much a big, Indiana Jones fan. I was very excited. I actually, it was interesting in a maybe a historical sense. They had young Indiana Jones, and all of a sudden he had a little adventure with every like very very prominent things in history. It was kind of a history. You're learning history, I guess, in a way, is one of those type of things. Um, I don't know. I thought it was um, yeah, I guess interesting. Yeah, I can't say that I enjoyed it, but it was. I guess it's kind of neat that they did it. Um, but I just wanted more. It didn't feel like Indiana Jones to me, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. So let's see. The Angry Pennsylvania. I checked my blood pressure yesterday, and it's elevated. Otherwise, I'd be right there with you. What, from watching the series or from watching The Mandalorian? Um, yeah, maybe. I I I I felt like a kid again. I really did. Like I felt like like that feeling when I was in the theater watching the original series. It was fantastic. Again, as good as that was, it wasn't that hard, was it? I mean, it wasn't. I'm not giving any spoilers. I won't do that. I'll never do that here. But um, as great as it was, I got to say this again. It wasn't an overly complicated plot. I mean, it was. All it was somebody who loves Star Wars wrote a story. Wrote out the plot line and gave it to the fans. They gave the fans what they themselves as a fan would want to see. Okay, they didn't try to get cute and artsy and insightful and think that they're looking at something from an elevated, sense of insightfulness that ah, it's Star Wars. Speaking of UFOs, the Angry Pennsylvanian says, I watched a UFO incident 1975 last night. James Earl Jones portrayed Barney Hill in that one. Love that movie. I remember seeing that a long time. It was a long time ago, but I do remember. I wouldn't remember the title, but I do remember watching that. Brad says, "Are you going to see the Christmas Star this Monday, Brian?" Yeah, I'd like to. That was actually something I was going to bring up too. That Christmas Star. They say that somebody might have to remind me as to what it is that's in line that hasn't been for what they say like 800 years or something like that. It's first time we'll be able to see that in that long. Um, that's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Um, John says, "Look, who's looking forward to seeing Wonder Woman 1984?" I am. I am. Uh, I enjoyed the first one. I'm looking forward to this one. With the theaters near me shut down again, I'm glad that I have HBO Max. Oh, okay. We don't. I don't think we have that, but I would like to see that one. Bonehead says, "I'm just very glad we all get to spend a little time together tonight before we all enjoy the Christmas time." I know. I can't believe it's we've got like 11 minutes left. Brad says, with Saturn and Jupiter being really close, is that what it is? Isn't something lined up though too, or something like that? Or maybe it's just that they're close enough to where the sun's shining on them and it's going to look like a big star. Angry Pennsylvania says, Tusken Raiders. I would make a great Tusken Raider. Okay. All right. Well, they're pretty cool, so that's good. I'm looking to see what I might have missed, but Bonehead says, I could play a lump or a rock in a movie. I have a face of radio. Cassandra says, replying to Brad, the Great Conjunction is what they're calling it. Also, they're saying it is the Star of Bethlehem. Ah, yeah, I don't know. Or if you watch Ancient Aliens, the Star of Bethlehem was a UFO. I don't know. I've heard that. I've heard that theory. Al says maybe for 2020, Cassandra, we will get a new Messiah. Could use one. What? You know what? One of the things I held up here because I was looking through. Now this is this reminded me of that, the Star of Bethlehem. This was this is probably one of the it's an old Bible from 1974, Christmas of 1974, and I was going through some boxes here recently, and I found this thing. But this thing, I've had this since Christmas of 1974. I thought that was so cool. I was looking through it, and I see where I scribbled in it a little bit when I was a kid. I didn't know you weren't supposed to. It was a book. Ripped the page out of there. So probably did some things I wasn't supposed to. I didn't know. But I don't know. That's pretty cool. That was a Christmas gift from 1974. So do you guys have anything like that? Any old gifts that you still have, that you still own? I thought that was kind of neat. But if you do tell. We still have some time. Bonehead says, thank yous all. Chiller Night Crew is like having another wonderful family to hang around with, and you really like all of them. Oh, thank you. That is cool. I love this. I just love this, and I'll throw the schedule back up there too. But you know, I do enjoy this. I just, I don't know. There's something about it that I feels like we're all in the same room again. You know what I thought would be kind of neat? Paul actually, he called me up one of those nights on Messenger, and you know, I got to thinking, because that was pretty cool. I answered it, but I didn't really know that you could just. I don't do this often, so like on Facebook, I've never used that before, but it was pretty cool because it was like Skype. You know, we can see each other and talk. One of these times, maybe the next show, maybe we'll have one of you guys call in. Now I can't really face you toward the camera. I guess I could. Oh, maybe I will. I don't know, but you wouldn't be able to see me. But it'd be kind of neat just every once in a while, like have one of the viewers calling in. That'd be kind of neat. I didn't know you could do that. I guess if you're friends with me, with Brian Hogue, you can do that. Pretty cool. But back to my thought on that. Yeah, it's almost like we're all in this room together. Or room, I mean, in the dark domain in front of Jack Shadow's castle. So, Brad says, the Christmas star, we need a Christmas miracle, especially with COVID. Hopefully the COVID vaccines will stop COVID sooner than we thought. Bonehead says, well, a skull with blue eyes. Look at me picture. I'm a disembodied head with blue eyes, he says. Okay, there was more up there. All right, I missed it. Danger, Pennsylvania. Oh, that'd be a great topic for next week. The toys we got on Christmas when we were kids. Hey, I tell you what, do this. And it doesn't have to be. You can even send in current Christmas pictures if you want. Send me, if you want, send me some of those pictures of the old toys and stuff you had. And if you're watching here, you can comment on them, and I'll put them up. I'll put them up if you want. You know, this is, I'm just now thinking, you know, on the fly here. But that'd be kind of neat. You know, like, oh, so and so got this. Well, you know, and then you can chat about that if you like. Or call in. Better yet, call in. That'd be kind of neat to start adding stuff like that. Let's see. 10 minutes till Chiller Night Theater, Brad says. Angry Pennsylvania. I'd be happy to call in, Brian. All right. That's cool. Angry Pennsylvania. Awesome. I don't have them anymore, but I'll send you what I had. All right, that'd be kind of neat. Maybe I'll even post something on the Brian Hogue, my personal Facebook page, because I'm guessing, Paul, maybe you know. I mean, you'd have to be friends with me, I'm guessing, to be able to use that messenger phone thing. I would imagine. So if you're not friends with me on, or yeah, if you're not friends with me on Facebook for Brian Hogue, uh, maybe request to be that, and maybe we can try doing that. That'd be something different, right? Going into 2021, new year, new me, new show, new ideas. We could try it. Angry Pennsylvania. Awesome. I don't have them anymore, but I'll send you what I had. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. We'll think of something. We'll think of something throughout the. Or you guys send me ideas. What do you want to see? I'm sitting here just chatting away, but throw me ideas. If you have ideas even for this show, I mean, send them my way. We'll try them. Angry Pennsylvania. Can I send ideas to your Outlook account? Heck yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. That's a neat idea. Outlook.com. Go ahead. And then Brad says, before COVID, I never wanted to leave the house. Now I want to leave the house. Human nature. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. When you're told you can't, that's when you want to. Well, Paul says, Merry Christmas, everybody. When life gets rough, take my advice. Pull down your pants and slide on the ice. And yes, you have to be friends. Okay. So the little what was it? The doctor, psychiatrist guy in Mass said that. But then Paul says you have to be friends on Facebook to do the messenger thing. I thought that was pretty cool. John says, despite the delays, you've been watching. Got to bring up the delays. You have been watching Chiller Night Theater, or the Chiller Night pre-show. Brian Hogue. Remember on December 24th, watch the skies. Everyone, keep looking. Keep watching the skies. You just might catch Santa. This is Crozak the Grand. Merry Christmas, everyone. Good advice. All right, very good. I'll throw that schedule back up there, too, because Brad's saying there's 5 minutes. Get your Rokus ready. Grab your Corona. Have a Merry Christmas. And Cassandra says my favorite Christmas toy was a stuffed Wookiee. I didn't have a teddy bear. I had a Wookiee. That's awesome. All right. Throw the schedule back up here at 9 p.m. Just a couple minutes, folks. A couple minutes. Night of the Blood Beast. 11, Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Killers from Space. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Jim Crut. And 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Grave of the Vampire. Remember, you want to go to streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv. Watch it streaming online. Or you can scroll down inside the page and click connect to their Roku channel. So Roku TV, that's a really, really cool way to go. Everyone's saying good night, Merry Christmas. So I will say that as well. Good night, everybody. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your week. Happy holidays to you. And have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We will see you next week.